And welcome to ESO Daily. I'm your host, Mr. Craven. All right, so we have the patch notes. I have to go over these. I have yet doing the stream for the patch notes for the upcoming DLC. And this is 4.1.0. All right, let's go over this, shall we? Wolfhunter DLC game pack. Two new 4-player dungeons. Great. Sounds good. Big changes. Look at this. Look at this. Big changes. Big changes. 2 new dungeons. New collectible furnishing. And new item sets. Space game. New battleground map. Looks really promising. I like this idea. Keep recall stones. We'll see. Citadel's unplayable at the moment. So, hey. Let's put in recall stones. Sounds great. Battleground outfit styles, new PvP collectibles, respec system update. Really looking forward to that. Motifs, homes, bugs, champion points increase, another 30 points. Go figure. We know. Let's get past all the fluff, shall we? Okay, Moonhunter Keep. One of the new dungeons. Also, March of Sacrifices. Those are our 2 new dungeons. We're going to keep this short and sweet as much as possible. We'll get to the juicy stuff. All right. Is Reaper's March. Green shade. Okay. I thought so. Moonhunters is Reaper's March. March Sacrifices in green shade. Makes sense. Both dungeons include normal versions. All right. Unique skins. 2 new monster sets. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We've added a number of new collectibles. Cool. Excellent. Awesome new buffs, new stuff. Cool. Item sets. That's where we want to be at. Let's go over this. There are 8 new item sets available from the 2 new dungeons, March of Sacrifice and Moonhunter's Keep. Each dungeon has 1 light armor, 1 medium, and 1 heavy, and 1 monster mask item set to acquire. First set, Moonhunter, light. Spell damage, spell damage. Spell critical. When your alchemy poison fires, increase your spell damage for 600 for 6 seconds. Whew. That's a PvP set all day. PvE, who's going to use alchemy? Who? Nobody. I'll tell you that. Why? There's a cooldown. There's a cooldown. It's a long ass cooldown. Sure, gives you 600 weapon spell damage. That's awesome. Cooldown on poison applications sucks. Unless you have a way to decrease the timer. It's not going to be a PvE set as much as PvP. PvP, we use it poisons for debuffs every day of the week. Yeah, I'll take 600 spell damage for applying poison debuffs. Sure. Sounds awesome. Actually, it sounds more than awesome. It sounds like kick ass. Savage Werewolf. Max stamina. Weapon damage. Stam recovery. Your light and heavy attacks. Why? I already want to know why. Rends flesh, causing your enemies to bleed for 1,000 physical damage every 2 seconds for 6 seconds. That's not bad. Bleed ignores, penetration. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Okay. I could see applications. Jailer's Tenacity. Heavy. Healing taking. Max health. Healing taking. I hate sets with double healing taking, I'll be honest with you. When you lose 25% or more of your health from a single attack, you gain major vitality for 6 seconds, increasing your healing received. Yeah. That'd be good with Beastkeepers and Troll. You could definitely make a Troll build. Okay. Vicosa, the new set. Healing taken, definitely a tank set. When you taunt an enemy, you frighten them with a deafening howl, applying major maim to them for 3 seconds, lowering their damage down by 30%. This effect can occur every 15 seconds. These start to decrease buffs or effects. I like that, but 3 for 15. This is a little high. If you're going to lower the 3-second duration, this should be around 12 seconds or 10 seconds. Given the fact that you're using a taunt effect. Right? 3 seconds. PvE and PvP for a 15-second lapse. It'll be good, but a lot of people aren't going to roll it. 15 seconds, that's a long time. That's a long time for a 3-second debuff. I like the fact that they're lowering the debuffs. But for 15 seconds, proc up time? Nah. Nah. It's 100% uptime when you do it. But 15-second lapse. No. Hell no. Not worth it. Not worth it. March of Sacrifice dungeons. Hanu's Compassion. Magic Recovery. Max Magica. Magic Recovery. Max Magica. Like this. When you resurrect another player while in combat, you and the player gain major heroism for 15 seconds, granting you 3 ultimate every 1.5 seconds. That is pretty juicy. The only problem of it is you have to resurrect. And as a healer, the last thing you want to do is fucking resurrect. A for effort. Not going to see too much application as far as endgame. It's a niche. It'll be a niche build. Maybe PvP applications. I don't know. Blood Moon. Weapon damage. Critical, critical. When you deal critical damage with melee light attacks. What the fuck? What is with all the fucking Stam light attack sets, man? Shit. Let's move forward. You gain a stack of blood set for 8 seconds. When you gain 5 stacks, you become frenzied for 5 seconds, increasing your melee light attack damage by 50% and your attack speed by 50%. This effect can occur every 18 seconds. No, thank you. No. 18 seconds, give me 10 seconds on that set. Give me 10 or fuck this. Moving forward. Haven of Ursa. Max health, healing taken, max health. I like this already. When you take damage while you're under 50% health, summon Ursa's Spirit for 6 seconds. You or an ally can activate a synergy on Ursa to grant you a shield that protects you and the activator from 13,954 damage for 6 seconds. This effect can occur once every 12 seconds. It's not bad. It's not bad. 50% health, though. If you're dropping 50% in PvE, something's wrong. Something's wrong. That's the only thing I don't like about it. 50%. If you're a tank, take under 50%, something's really messed up. I like the oh shit effect, but if you're, like I said, you shouldn't drop under 50% as a tank. That shouldn't happen. So the proc is kind of questionable. Everything else is fine. I like the whole setup. It's just 50%. 75. 75. I would say. Especially in PvP. Some people cry PvP. Shields are cut in half. Definitely more PvE. I'd say 75%. 50%. But if you're under 50% as a tank in any scenario, that's 75. You get a little bit better. My opinion. Balagor. Weapon damage, spell damage. Okay. When you use an ultimate ability, you gain weapon and spell damage for 10 seconds equal to twice the amount of the total ultimate consumed. That's definitely nice, especially depending on what ultimate you're going to be using due to the cost. I like this. I love this, actually. I love this set. I love it. I love it. I'm in love with this set. That's badass. That has both applications in both perspectives, PvE and PvP. I love this. I love that. That's the shit. Battleground map. We can mount up. Nice. Different layout. I'm going to check that out this week. Looking forward to it. Keep recall stones. We've added a new method of navigation navigating Cyrodiil. Keep recall stones are new items you use from your inventory or quick slot wheel to recall to a keep or an outpost. These can be purchased for 20,000 AP. Or earned from rewards of the worthy. That alleviates some of that. There are several restrictions in place to use these items. You cannot recall to a structure that is under attack when it's flagged. You cannot recall to a structure while standing inside a region of a keep. That sort of sucks. You cannot recall, use a recall stone while actively in combat. Well, that makes sense. Recall stones can be used while in caves of Cyrodiil, but not Imperial City. Well, that makes sense too. Recall stones are account bound, so they cannot be banked. They can be banked, but not traded to other players. Okay, I'm cool with that. You cannot use a recall stone while carrying an Elder Scroll. Well, wow, I don't know. Okay, most of it. The only one I don't like is the second one. It's the only one I don't like. Battlegrounds, outfit styles. We got new outfit styles, right? Seems cool. We've added new outfit styles to Battlegrounds. Now when you complete a Battleground, you have a chance to obtain an outfit style for the Pit Demons, Stormlords, and Fire Drakes. Pit Demon outfit styles are obtained by completing Deathmatch. Stormlord outfit are obtained by completing flag games. And Fire Drake outfit styles are obtained by completing land grabs. Cool. The chance of obtaining outfit styles is based on how well your team performed in Battlegrounds. Victors have a much higher chance to obtain an outfit style than do second place finishers, and probably so on and so forth. However, even teams coming in dead last have a small chance. Okay. The medals you obtain do not affect your chances. So it's not based on medal score. It's based on just win or lose. 1 second. Don't know who that is. I'm not answering it. Placing on the leaderboards for Battlegrounds also has a very good chance to award outfit styles. Okay. New PvP collectibles. New Arena Gladiator costumes is now available to those who would conquer their foes mercilessly. Simply collect 50 Arena Gladiator proofs found by completing Conquest dailies in Cyrodiil. And purchase an Arena Gladiator from War Research for 10,000 AP. Alright. Not bad. Respec system. This is what we want. This is what we're looking for. We've updated the player ability respec system. So activating respec mode no longer clears all of your points, but instead allows you to add and remove points from your abilities. Sweet. You still have the option to remove all points if you want a fresh start, though. We've also retained, so the cost is the same. It's just making it easier. More time efficient is what it's doing. We've also retained the morph only option for a reduced price. You can add and subtract any ability morphs. Oh, okay. Okay. That's slick. Okay, I might be standing corrected. Okay, that's cool. Anyone who loses a skill tree, such as Vampire or Werewolf, will now have all their skill points in the associated tree refunded. Okay. Awesome. Walkeneer motif. New motif. Cool. Awesome. Hard mode. You can get it on bet. Guaranteed probably on hard mode. That's why it's always been. New homes. Hunter's Glade. Grand Sigic Villa. I'm going to check those out too. Update bug category. Okay. Champion points increase 30. 780. We're going up to. Blam. There's one character template on available to use labeled Wolfhunter. This template starts you at 780, the new CP cap, and containers included. Awesome. Walkeneer and Dremora motif knowledge. Cool. Template starts with 200 gladiator proofs. Nice. Alliance War captured keeps and scroll bonuses are not currently applying properly. No shit. Savage Werewolf item boxes contain in Blood Moon set items. Combat and gameplay. If you've been a werewolf, a vampire, and have cured yourself, You may find you're able to use any ability. Simply purchase a werewolf bite from the Crown Store, or just have a player bite you. There's an option. Added a missing ceiling texture. Cool. Excellent. Scroll, 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 scroll. Alchemy. Alchemy Keen Eye will now illuminate giant clams seen on the shores of Somerset. Clams in Somerset now always drop in Alchemy region. Thank you! Thank you! Pearl furnishing items now only come from clams that have a pearl inside. Thank you! Thank you! Jewelry crafting. Fix an issue where the jewelry crafting certification quest would accept any ring rather than only accepting a ring you crafted. Okay? Fix an issue that was causing some of the rich seams in Jewelry Crafting Survey Craglorn 3 to disappear. Cool. Added interaction text to crafting Jewelry Crafting Writ Turn-In. Updated the text on Jewelry Trait Master Achievements. Heavy sacks will now have a chance to drop Jewelry Crafting Dust instead of Jewelry Crafting Ounces. Thank you. Once again, I love that. Dramatically improved the value of artifact quality jewelry crafting. Okay. All jewelry crafting writs received in the future will see the increased voucher value. Nice. Okay. Gunny sacks now are green quality, waterlogged Sigic satchels, and what gummies now have text indicating. Pydonian bottles and what gunny sacks now require confirmation when you delete them. Update an icon on wet gunny. Sure. Excellent. Quests. Bug fixes. Map UI. Combat and abilities. We've made numerous ability changes with the last update. Some with global implications, while others are specific tweaks and quality of life changes. Some of our major goals with these changes include improving the werewolf gameplay and quality of life. Several abilities received significant adjustments. Leveling the skill line is considerably easier, and werewolves are now capable of doing more core combat actions such as resurrect or use synergies. Nice. Especially synergies. So cool. Reduce the duration of snares and defile effects. Abilities and item sets that apply snare or defile debuffs. I noticed that. On enemies have had their duration significantly reduced. Cool deal. Awesome. Since most of the changes were made to damage over time abilities, you will have to recast those abilities earlier to keep enemy permanently snared, which sacrifices some damage. Most area of effect snaring abilities were untouched, though, since the counterplay is just to move out of the area of effect. Either that or you just pay attention to the area of effect. There's an idea. Okay. Increase the viability of some older item sets. A few item sets have received some dramatic redesigns, while others were simply buffed to improve their usage. Well, I can't wait to see what they did. Let's see if it really does stuff and which sets. I'm looking forward to it. Increase the movement speed of all monsters summoned from your abilities and item sets by 25%. Okay. Visual effects will now appear over your character's head. Detection, potions, mage lights, or expert hunter. Expert hunter, hopefully they fix this shit because half the time it doesn't work. To notify other players of your ability to see sneaking invisible enemies. Why? I can't see them when they're stealth. Why should they get notification that I have a light on? I totally disagree with this bullshit. You can't, unless you hit a detect pot, I can't see them. So why should they get notification that I can't see them? Mage light, it's a fucking beacon anyways. And once you can see a mage light on the side of a friggin' mag tune, so they know when you hit it. Dumb. This is fucking dumb. Dumb. Whatever. Moving on. Decrease the range of two-handed, dual-wield, and one-handed shield, unarmed, and werewolf heavy attacks to 7 meters from 10. That's fine. Most melee, you're on top of them anyways. If you're more than 10 meters away, I don't know what the hell you were doing to begin with. Fix an issue where casting certain self-target abilities such as Spike Armor, Dark Exchange, or Imbue Weapon would remove you from Sneak. That's badass. I like that. That's a pretty cool fix. Okay, classes. Dragonite, Ardent Flame. World in Ruin. This ability now also increases the damage over time component of Fiery Breath and its morphs. Kick ass. Warmth. This ability now only snares targets when you deal direct damage with Ardent Flame abilities. Was any type. That's not too bad because all Ardent Flame abilities have a direct effect associated to begin with. So that's not bad. It really doesn't do shit except, you know, reapply the snare. That's all it did. Was the dots just kept reapplying snare. So I'm sure. Decrease the duration of the snares to 3 seconds for all ranks. Nice! Excellent! Yes, yes, and yes! Moving forward, I'm loving it. Draconic Power, Reflective Scale. Reflective Plate Morph. This ability now also grants 2 seconds of immunity to snare and immobilization effects. Sweet! Nightblades. Deathstroke. Incapacitating Strikes. Morph. This ability now only stuns your enemy if your current health percentage is lower than the target's? What? Who gives a shit? I got him stunned before the fucking incap. Stun on incap ain't shit. That's how you address the, like, oh, it's overperforming. Bullshit. What the? It's not the stun. It's not the fucking stun. That is overperforming incap. What the fuck? It's the damage type. It's a double debuff. Moving forward, Merciless Resolve, Morph. Remove the snare from this ability. Okay. Yeah. I'm cool with that. Aspect of Terror. Decrease the duration of the snare from this ability and its morph to 2 seconds from 4. I'm cool with that. That's pretty cool. Dark Cloak. Fixed an issue where casting this ability was removing you from Sneak. Yeah. I mean, I didn't know it was doing that. But, okay, yeah, definitely. Siphoning. Cripple. Decrease the duration of the snare and the major expedition buff from this ability and its morphs to 4 seconds from 8. Yeah. Yeah. Decrease it, you know, get them all. Get them down. I like it. Dark Magic. Rune Prison. Rune Cage. Here we go. Decrease the damage done from this ability by 20%. What the fuck? That's... What the fuck? That's it? That's it. Mystic, yo, what's the cap on the physical resistance? You want 31. I mean, no. There's no cap. As far as how much you can have, you can go... 31 is what everybody pushes up to, Fred. But there is no hard cap. It just becomes way less effective for every... anything over that, it's less effective. There's no hard cap. You can go 50 if you can get 50. But it's less effective. Your damage, the damage reduction from physical resistance starts, like, you know, slowing down significantly the higher you go. The less damage you're taking. So 31, that's why people say, you know, between 28 to 31 is kind of like ideal for resistance. But after that point, you can still go higher. And you're still going to reduce damage. It's not going to hard cap out. You're not hard capping. But it's significantly reduced. That's it. You can go like 34, 35 if you wanted to. There's no hard cap. Soft cap just means it's less effective. That's all soft cap means. So it's a soft cap. What the fuck is this, though? This better be being taken serious. 5 seconds. It's just nothing you can do. Break cost is expensive as hell. It can be reapplied. I don't care that it's unblockable or undodgeable. That's not my issue. The damage is in, but there's no counterplay to this bullshit. There's fucking no counterplay to this whatsoever. None. None. It doesn't break on damage. It used to break on damage. Now it doesn't. Rune Cage is broke as fuck. And they're just going to decrease the damage by 20%. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking somebody better be paying attention to this bullshit. Fucking A. Who in the fuck is not... Whoever is Sork development doesn't play a fucking Sork. I swear to God. Moving forward. Mage's Fury. Fixed an issue where the dodging this ability and its morph would still apply the execute explosion debuff to you. Yeah. Okay. Alright, yeah. Overload. Fix an issue where the heavy attack from this ability and its morph could not proc weapon enchantments or poisons. Thank you. Yeah, that needed fixed. Yeah. Seriously. That was an issue. Templar. Dawn's Wrath. Radiant Destruction increased the maximum bonus execute damage dealt by this ability to 400 from 330. We'll see. PvE, PvP. It's hit and miss. Solar Flare. Dark Flare morph. Decrease the duration of major defile debuff to 4 seconds, 6 seconds. I love it. I love the decreases, man. This is badass shit. Yeah, definitely. I want to see skill. I don't want to see garbage. I'm tired of it. Yeah. Start doing this shit. Right. Solar Barrage. Remove the cast time from this ability. Nice. And decrease the damage done approximately by 40%. That might not be bad considering it had a cast time. Because originally, the cast time was the issue for Solar Barrage. Now that it's taken completely out, it makes sense to decrease the damage. So I like the idea. I'm going to test this, but I love this idea. And this is what I think they should do with frigging Wrecking Blow. 1 second cast, especially on Stam Sork, is bullshit. Especially when you're a class that doesn't have a spammable. Easy way to counter it. Just, all you have to do, dodge, go right through them. I get hit probably once in a blue moon with Wrecking Blows. Most of the time I try to keep out of their line of sight, or I'll get hit every once in a while, but most of the time, no. That was a problem. So if they're starting to take a look at stuff like Solar Barrage, maybe they'll start taking a look at some of those other cast abilities. Seriously, the game's too fast-paced to have, cast times. Too fast-paced, especially in PvP. Sunfire. Decrease the duration of the snare from this ability and its morphs to 3 seconds from 5/9. Okay, that's cool. Healing Ritual. Ritual of Retribution. Fix an issue where you could dodge the secondary heal from this ability. How in the hell did that happen? What? That's crazy. I didn't even know that. Rune Focus. This ability and its morphs now apply Major Ward, Major Resolve, and all morphs effects to you directly for 15 seconds. Nice. Standing within the area of effect now increases Major Ward and Major Resolve effects by 50%. Cool. Increase the cost of this ability's restoring focus to 2,700 from 1,890. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Channeled Focus. Increase the cost of this ability from 18 to Magicka 18.9 from 1080. Okay. Can't have everything. Can't have your cake and eat it too. You got to sacrifice a little. Wardens. Animal Companion. Cliff Racer. Screaming Cliff Racer morph. Fix an issue where casting this ability would not orient your character to face the target. Yep, that's weird. Green Balance. Lotus Flower. Fix an issue where the ability and its morph did not work with the light and heavy attacks from the Mend Wounds ability. Yeah, that's supposed to be intended. Mend Wounds and Blossom and Lotus Flower are supposed to be able to stack. So they fixed it. Cool. Yeah, it's supposed to be a stacked effect. It's supposed to work that way. Winner's Embrace. Arctic Wind increased the initial heal from this ability's and its morph to 15% of your max health from 12. 3% increase. Cool. One-handed shield power bash. Reverberating bash. Decrease the duration of major defile from 4 to 10. Yes. Thank you. Dual wield, lacerate. Fix an issue where the ability in its morph could sometimes heal you based on the damage dealt from the other abilities. Oh shit, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Twin slashes, rendering slashes. Decrease the duration of the snare. 4. Nice. Arrow spray, decrease the duration of snares. 4. Nice. You see it? It's pattern. Thank you. Thank you, Zoss. Thank you. Thank you. Snipe. Lethal arrow. Decrease the duration of major defile. What about the animation? Anybody fucking listen? There's an animation bug. Sure, you get... Okay, it's easy. We'll do, you know, the debuff for 4 seconds. Cool. Let's fix that fucking animation. Like, put a distinct animation on this bitch. So people know they're getting hit by it instead of getting snipe spammed. Thank you, please. God, shit. Vampire. Recurring vampirism will now refund all skill points that are invested in the skill line. Said I having to respect. Cool. Drain essence. Fix an issue where this ability and its morph would fail to cast if used it against a crowd control immune enemy. Okay. Werewolf. There is a shitload of changes going with werewolf. We knew this. Okay. First, you'll find leveling and maintaining your werewolf is now considerably easier. Okay. The Devour passive is now granted automatically from the very start. Cool. So you can sustain better. Yep. We've also significantly reduced the experience requirement to morphs. Thank you. Second, you'll be able to do more core combat actions, such as resurrecting and synergies, especially synergies. Thank you. Werewolves will have much easier time engaging in group content now that they can help their friends more efficiently. This coupled with some changes with Blood Rage passive triggered on damage dealt instead of damage taken. This means more viable in group PvE activities such as dungeons. Bullshit. Okay, let's talk about this. Excuse me. PvE dungeons. Werewolves deal a lot of damage. They don't have a lot of skills in comparison to traditional configurations. They have 2 utilities with no ultimate because they're already in ultimate, right? There's an ultimate out the window with Warhorn. Gone. Back bar. Durations. Stacking, layering effects. Out the window. You want to make werewolves viable in dungeons? Give them a fucking back bar. Give them a secondary effect to their ultimate. You're going to sit here and put this in the patch notes? PvE and dungeons in the same category? Bullshit. You better give the werewolves a back bar. You better give them a secondary effect on their ultimate. Because if not, no fucking hardcore PvEer is ever going to take werewolf serious in PvE content. Sure, it's fun in PvP. Hits hard. Got a lot of shit going for it for PvP. Open world, really cool. Dungeons, bullshit. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. And I'm not going to kiss anybody's ass to say, hey, yeah, let's make a werewolf dungeon build. You want me to make a werewolf dungeon build? Give me a fucking back bar. And give me a fucking secondary effect on my ultimate. Because I'm not sacrificing an ultimate. I'm not telling players to sacrifice ultimate on Warhorn. And I'm not telling them to build something when they don't have a back bar layered effect. Bullshit, Zoss. Bullshit. Give me a back bar and let me throw caltrops out of my fucking furry ass. There's my recommendation. Here's my fucking recommendation. I'm not saying give me a weapon as a werewolf. I'm not saying that. But give me the ability to have a secondary bar to place other effects and abilities. You do that, I'll build it. You don't, I'm not going to recommend werewolf for fucking dungeon crawling. Okay? There we have it. It's not going to fucking happen. No back bar, no deal. I asked because I'm playing BGs a lot now. Running impreg armor, I've gotten 4.1k resistance. Is that above the cap? You have 41k, you mean? It's above the soft cap, but there is no hard cap, Fred. Like, you can have 41k resistance. That's fine. You can have it. It's going to reduce damage, but it might be a little excessive given the fact that not everybody has that much penetration to begin with. Most players are only pushing between, even in BGs, between 8 and 12. So anything over, as a tanky build, anything over 25 and you're good. And about 25 and you're good, even as a tank. So a lot of people don't have that much pen. So I would say that's a little excessive in PvP, in my opinion. But as far as reducing damage, it applies. Right. So now that I've said this, right? Because they specified it. I said it. Nobody's going to do it. Nobody. Well, I'll tell you what. When Outcast comes out with a werewolf trial build and says, yeah, this out DPS's current stamina configurations, I'll fucking believe it. And the reason I'm mentioning Outcast to begin with, because his word is law, supposedly. So if you're going to try to get somebody to bite on this bullshit, pitch it to Outcast, and hopefully you can sell it to his ass. Because I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Bullshit. That's all I have to say. Moving on. Finally, many morphs and abilities were changed to improve the cohesiveness of Werewolf's kit. Some combos and effects that weren't very effective have been removed, while others were tweaked to better support the fast and furious playstyle of the werewolf. As an example, we removed the stuns from Pounce and Piercing Howl, but dramatically improved Roar by making it instant cast. That's cool. Oh, that's cool. I like Werewolf. I think it's fun as hell. I'm just not going to use it in a fucking dungeon. You can now resurrect other players while transformed. Went over that. You can use now synergies. Cool deal. You can now use siege weapons while transformed. Hey, cool. Your werewolf timer will no longer tick down while you're reviving in place while transformed. Awesome. Update the tooltip of this ability. Cool. The ability in its morph no longer increases your movement speed of your spell and physical. Awesome. Resistance. It has baseline effects. These bonuses have been moved to passive abilities and skill line. All cool shit. I'm just never going to build a dungeon build with him. Okay. Moving on. Pack Leader. The Dire Wolf now scales with the bonus from the damage done. Okay. Dire Wolves now randomly alternate between 2 direct damage abilities previous from 4. And they no longer use non-damaging snare abilities. Fix an issue where the Dire Wolves would throttle their attacks against the same target. They now attack much more rapidly. Cool. Fix an issue where the Dire Wolves would not respawn with you wherever you respawn. Cool. Blood Rage. This ability now increases the timer of your werewolf transformation when you deal damage rather than when you take it. It adds 2/4 seconds to your timer with a 5-second cooldown. Okay. Devour. This is now the first passive you unlock in the skill line, and it's a free passive that does not require you to spend skill points. Cool deal. Devour Corpse abilities now add 4 seconds, 4-second channel instead of a 4-second cast. Okay. Still 4 seconds. Every second you spend devouring a corpse increases your werewolf timer and restores health. Each corpse can devour for up to 4 seconds. Updated the visual effects on enemies' corpses that can be devoured. Cool, thanks, man. No problem, Fred. Anytime, brother. Anytime. Improved the targeting and reliability for devouring corpses. Here's Bounty. The ability and its morphs now heal based on your max health. Here's Rage heals 45% of your max health, while Here's Fortitude heals 60% of your max health. Okay, that's cool. This Here's Rage, the morph now grants major brutality. That's cool. This is awesome. This was much needed. Cool deal. Infectious Claws, update the visuals for this ability and its morphs. Piercing Howl, this ability and its morphs no longer stuns the target. Decrease the cost of this ability and its morphs to 3,510 stamina from 4,050. Updated the visual effects of this ability and its morphs. Howl of Despair. The synergy now grants the ally Empower for all light attacks for 5 seconds. That's badass. That's actually really fucking cool. Previously, it granted 10% more light and heavy attack damage for 15 seconds. That's cool. This is a friggin' cool change. That's awesome. Like it. Pounce. This ability and its morph no longer stuns the target if they were already set off balance. Okay. Understandable. Pursuit. This ability now increases your movement speed. Awesome. Roar. This ability in its morphs now instant cast. This ability in its morphs now fear up to 6 targets. This ability in Rousing Roar no longer sets enemies off balance. Ferocious Roar. This morph now sets fear targets off balance. Rousing Roar. This morph has been renamed to Deafening Roar and now applies Major Fracture. Cool deal. Actually, I like that. But look at this. We have Roar and we have what? The fucking Hearseas. There's 2 utilities. Fucking 2 utilities. Don't fucking tell me this fucking shit's gonna work in a dungeon compared to most other build configurations. It's fucking bullshit. Give me a fucking back bar. There it is. Let me slot some abilities that are non-weapon based. Hell, let me use a couple class abilities. That'd make it fucking interesting. Some bullshit. Let's fucking... Whoa, yeah, you only got 3 attack abilities in your light and heavy attacks. And you have no ultimate. You're going to roll this in a vet fucking dungeon. Bull fucking shit. Bull fucking shit I ever will. Bullshit. Don't sell me on some bullshit. All werewolf abilities now require less experience to morph. Awesome. I like it. Curing lycanthropy now will refund all skills. Okay. Fix an issue where casting other abilities in the middle of werewolf heavy attacks will cancel the heavy attack. Okay. Fixed it. Sweet. Excellent. Fighters Guild. Silverbolts decrease the duration of snares. Like it. Fix an issue where this silver leash. Fix an issue where this ability was not counting as a Fighters Guild ability for the Slayer passive. Well, thank you for fixing that. Sigic Order. Imbue weapon. Fix an issue where this ability is more for removing you from sneak. Yeah, went over that. Fix an issue where the ability is more so we're not playing their visual effects or audio if you were unarmed. Crushing weapon. More fixed. An issue where this would heal based on the damage done from the light attack and not the damage done. Okay, cool. Mend wounds. Weapon swapping to an ability bar that does not have this ability or it's morph slotted will now toggle the ability off. Okay. Trapping web. Shadow silk. Fixed an issue where the Black Widow spiders were using poison damage over time effect that were being mitigated by the target's spell resistance instead of their physical resistance. Yeah, that's weird. Well, thank you for fixing that. The Astronaut. Tactician. Fixed an issue where the passives was setting enemies off balance when you dodge their attacks. Okay. The Lady Unchained. Fixed an issue where the passive was not functioning when you use Break Free while transformed into a werewolf. Okay. Excellent. Are they going to give werewolves dodge roll? That becomes my question. Because currently you can't dodge roll as a werewolf. That'd be awesome. Werewolves rolling around on the ground, catching fleas. That'd be badass. Crest of Cyrodiil. Some of these new itemization setups. Okay. Old. Weapon damage. Max health. Healing taken. When you deal melee damage, you apply minor defile to the enemy. Okay. We know it. Change. Stamina recovery. That's cool. Max health. Max health. I like that already. After successfully blocking, heal for 8,000 health. This effect can occur every 5 seconds. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. Hell yes. That's what I'm talking about. Hell to the yeah. I'm talking yes. Yes. Badass. Defending Warrior. Fixed an issue where this item set could sometimes heal you based on damage dealt from other abilities happening at the same time. Okay. Damahas. Updated the telegraph visual display to enemies. Who gives a shit? Damahas is shit. Durok's Bane. Decrease the duration. Yeah, we know. Elfbane. Fix an issue where this item set was not increasing the duration of damage over time from the Grothar item set. Okay. Cool fix. Not one of my favorite sets, but it's effective, and I can see why that needs fixed, especially with Grothar. Hagraven's Garden. Updated the telegraph visual. Who gives a shit? Hatchling Shell. Okay. It's been redesigned. Old. Physical spell. Healing taken. Gain a damage shield that absorbs 5,000 every 15 seconds. Pretty shitty, actually. New changes. Still physical. Still spell. Except they added max health. Gain a damage shield equal to 20% of your max health for 15 seconds. Not enough. For 15 seconds, it's not enough. That changes ain't gonna do shit. No one's gonna use it still. Hide of Morhos. Fix an issue where the damage from this item set could critically strike. Oh, I wish I would have known about that. Dwarvla's Guidance. Fix an issue where this item set was not increased in the duration of the minor expedition buff granted by hasty prayer ability. Okay, that's cool. Light of Cyrodiil. Change. 5th piece bonus. While you are casting or channeling an ability, your damage taken is reduced by 15%. That's the old. While you are casting or channeling ability, your damage taken is reduced by 15%. Okay, still the same. When you are interrupted, your next magical ability will cost no magicka. When the fuck can you interrupt a fucking cast? How? What? Radiant fucking Aura? So fucking. Let's get. Okay. Okay. The healing ulti, right? By Templars. Non-interruptible. You can't fucking. You can sit there, bash their fucking heads in all day. They're not gonna get interrupted. Soul Assault. Non-interruptible. Right? You know, if they're doing biting jabs and shit, or their jab, sure, that's interruptible. Sure, you can bash them out of it. Radiant Aura, sure, you can bash them out of it. Two effects, and some of the major other effects or whatever. Fuck this set. What? You think that's when you're interrupted? How many people are interrupting Soul Assault? How many people are interrupting the fucking healing? Until you add that shit, shut the fuck up about this set, please and thank you. Because you didn't fucking address the beginning. Make it interruptible. Make the fucking channels interruptible. All of them. All of them. Every fucking channel should be interruptible. Should be able to bash the hell out of them. Unfortunately, you can't. Alright? So this set doesn't mean jack shit for two of the major effects being used by Templars. Okay? I'm going to say it. You're not going to like it, but I'm going to be real. Alright? So who gives a shit about this set? This set's not going to do jack shit except sit there because people know I can't interrupt it. I can't interrupt their healing ulti. I can't interrupt their friggin' Soul Assault. And until it can be, who's going to give a shit about this set? Who? Who? Nobody. Okay, there it is. Moving on. Robes of the Hist. Altered the 5-piece bonus from the set. Okay. Reduce the duration of disabling effects applied to you by 20%. While you're affected by a disabling effect, heal for 2,000 health every second. Yeah. While you are affected by disabling effects, immobilizations or snare, you heal for 2,500 health every second. Yes, yes, and yes. This is badass. This is cool. This is really cool. Thank you. Yeah, cool. I like this. This is good. This is good shit. That's cool. I like that. That's actually badass. Slodes. Not looking forward to this. Remove the first damage over time tick. Okay. Damage over time effect now begins dealing damage 1 second after. Okay. Decrease the total damage approximately by 15% due to removed tick. Okay, that's the adjusted value. Fix an issue where the damage over time from this item set was removing invisibility. Well, whatever. Moving on. Fix an issue where the damage over time could proc itself. Of course. That's what was happening. That's why you got multiple slowed effects. Will it change it? I don't know. I don't know yet. I like the changes, but if they really wanted to make the really done, they wouldn't have even they would have readjusted the 15% and added a cooldown. That's what they should have done. Should have been a 10-second. Apply every, have a 6-second effect with the 10-second reapply. That leaves a 4-second gap between for recovery. Right? It's what they should have done. But they didn't. So I don't know. I don't know how this is really going to be affected. I imagine they tested it. They found that, the set proc was being reapplied and it was just, stacking. So that wasn't no issue. But we'll see. We'll see. Swamp Raider redesigned the 5-piece bonus. Oh, shit. Let's see. When you deal damage with a magical ability, your poison and disease damage abilities gain 450. Yeah, for 10 seconds. Add 400 weapon damage to your poison and disease. Whoa, okay, cool. So I'm losing 50 weapon damage, but I don't no longer have to use a magical ability. So it's just static. I can use this as a static set now with no proc towards poison and disease. I love this. I love this change. This Swamp Raider for fucking blades and DKs now for builds is badass. This is on. This set is so fucking on. This is like Necropotence for 2 stam classes that have poison and disease. This is fucking huge. This is massive. Thank you. This is a huge fucking change. This is badass. That's so cool. Thermoscale. Decrease the duration of the snare. Okay. About 1 second. That's cool. I like how they did it. I liked all these decreases. Ward of Cyrodiil redesigned. Sure, let's check it out. Stamina recovery, mount speed. Yeah, isn't that a joke? Max health, increase the amount of damage you block. Weapon damage, stamina recovery. When you deal melee damage, you apply Major Defile to the enemy for 4 seconds, reducing their healing received and health recovery by 30%. This effect can occur every 5 seconds. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. With the new monster set, it's 15 seconds, right? But this has way more application to it. Why? Because it has a 1 second lapse and it's only a 4 second duration. That monster set for 15 seconds for a Major Defile is insignificant due to the lapse, right? But this has more application because you have to deal damage, right? And it can be done every 5 seconds. So you have a 4 second debuff applied with a 1 second lapse. That's what I'm talking about. Make it counterable, make it whatever, but at the same time, effective. That's what I'm talking about. I love this. I love this set. I love the way it's been designed. I would have been cool with every 6 seconds, even with the 2 second duration. I would have been fine with that. But even 10 seconds, whatever. But anything past 10 seconds, pointless. It's junk. Witchman armor. Fix an issue where the resource restore from this item set would not work if the ultimate's ability you cast did not hit the target. Okay. Zan. Decrease the range required to break the fiery tether to 8 meters from 10. Okay, cool. That's cool. Infused weapon. Fix an issue where the cooldown reduction was applying to both of your weapon enchantments if you were dual wielding. Yeah, well, of course it was. So that was a bug? Is that what they were saying? Because it used to stack. That's been like that for years. So they said now it's a bug? Okay, I didn't know it was a bug. I thought it was intended. Okay, cool. Players who queue for Cyrodiil while group will now independently enter Cyrodiil. Okay. Battlegrounds. I don't even want to read anything about Cyrodiil until they fix some shit. Battlegrounds. Healing medals and team deathmatch now contribute more scoring value towards the end of the game's scoreboard, as well as weekly leaderboards. Thank you. About time. Now do something for the tanks. Yes. Yes. Love it. You can no longer cast undo to get into starter locations. Okay. Makes sense. Fix an issue where the items in Cyrodiil would be considered stolen when picked up. Okay. Keeps. Keeps now have 2 level per source materials instead of 5. Resources now have 1 level for defensive upgrades and 1 level for production upgrades. Resources now will go from 0 to 1 in about 10 minutes. A keep will now gain its level slower from a 0 resource, but much faster from a level 1 resource. Prior upgrades were spread across level 5 levels have been compressed into 2 levels for keeps and 1 level for resources. But the overall strength for each upgrade at maximum level still remains the same. Keeps once again have degrade turned back on. However, the degrade rate is much faster. A keep can lose a resource level in about 5 minutes instead of an hour. Okay, let's talk about resource management and keep degradation. The problem of it is, right now, last update, they supposedly made NPCs harder and made resource management more detrimental towards keep defenses. And that's true. However, it's not enough. I can still solo a fucking resource in CP campaign. It's fucking unacceptable. Why? Because if I keep it below a level 2, it's not going to do shit. Level 5, much harder to keep if you don't take resources. A hell of a lot harder. It's a hell of a lot harder to take a fucking keep above a level 2 when they have above level 2 resources. Some people just backdoor it, just go straight for the door. Okay, who gives a shit? Their resources are shit. But if you can flip a fucking resource in under 5 minutes solo, even in a CP campaign, that's a problem. It's a fucking huge problem. Right? Because we get tower farmers. That's what they do. They don't fucking play campaign. Who plays campaign? Why does any of this shit matter when people aren't playing fucking campaign? Right? They're fucking trolls. They're fucking scum. They don't give a fuck about the Alliance War. They'd rather fucking upload fucking clip videos and show people fucking getting smashed in a fucking tower. That's what they do. That's what they love to do. They love to masturbate to that shit. Right? That's what they like to do. You have to make resources harder. No motherfucker should be soloing a resource. Nobody. Period. If you can do that, you need to upgrade that shit. You need to make those NPCs beat the shit out of somebody even approaching. You need to put the fear of them even trying to walk up to a resource. Getting smashed in the face. That's how you fix it. You don't wait until the fucking upgrade 5 and the NPCs are then beast mode. Bullshit. Resource guard should be pretty beefy no matter what. You got to discourage tower farming. And then that would apply to keep and defenses in campaign war. But as now, Citadel's broke anyways. So even if they fix Citadel, how do you fix the Alliance War? You make resources more manageable. I agree with that. You make it more significant. But you need to make it risk and reward worthy. Not a playground for tower farmers. Because right now, that's all it is. It's a fucking playground. Okay? That's all it is. All right? Moving forward. Draculaw, Dragonclaw, and Brindle now offer 8% AP bonus per keep held. Okay. Because they're outside keeps. All right. Or what we call turn keeps. This bonus is also noted on the keep tooltip. Cool. You'll actually increase this value. But just going, I'm moving forward. Siege. The Siege Master of Vivek and Shore have learned their counterparts in Sothsil, and all siege weapons will be more effective against players in campaigns enabled, champion enabled campaigns. Okay. Cool. All right. I'm cool with that. Animation. Players transformed into werewolves will now animate properly. 1 second. All right. Visual effects. The Penella's ferocity buff will no longer display this effect every time you change zones. Okay. Mementos, monster abilities, general, dungeon fixes, cool achievements, homes, furnishing, UIs, housing. Okay. Pretty much about the gist of it. I like a lot of the changes. I love the CC changes, except fucking Rune Prison. I don't know who in the fuck isn't on top of that, but that needs fixed. It's fucking a joke. Some of the new sets are pretty good. I'm not a big fan of the Stam builds, the Stam sets. I feel like Stam keeps getting shafted versus Mag. Like it's getting shafted. A lot of people are like, oh, it's cool. We're adding these effects to light attacks, and it's cool. We need more penetration sets. Okay? I don't necessarily need a set that gives me weapon damage, but I only got 2 sets in the game currently that give me penetration value. Currently. Because you took 2 of my pen sets and put it in the fucking ground last update. You buried that shit. So if you're going to come out with new sets for Stam, give me something with pen. Give me a fucking pen set. Stop beating around the bush. Stop giving me a proc set on Stam. It's one thing I hate about Cloud Rest. Everybody's like, oh yeah, I like this set. I don't give a fuck about that set. Yeah, sure. It's adding damage to one ability on light attack. Why Mag gets a 600 spell damage that affects everything across the board. Healing, spell damage, everything. Okay, where do I have to worry about? I have to worry about pen set. Right? If I'm going to use a trial set like that, I still have to have a pen set. And there's only 2 current sets that I have to choose from? Bullshit. If you're going to come out with new sets for Stam, give me pen. That's what I want. I don't necessarily want proc on PvE. I want pen. I want penetrations. Right? I have to worry about penetrations on the Stam tune. That's what I have to worry about. Because you took my shit and you nerfed the shit out of it. So give me my pen sets. I don't have a problem you nerfing it. I don't have a problem with you coming out with other sets. But when I only have 2 sets to choose from towards penetration as a Stam user, oh, well, you have your CP points. It doesn't matter. I'm trying to optimize. And if I have to optimize, I have to switch out Mudises accordingly. You know? I have to make those. You didn't adjust the value of Sharpen, which I said that needs adjusted, given the fact that you nerfed 2 sets. And then on top of it, you're coming out with sets that don't really apply towards what? The penetration or the most valuable resource that the stamina players need at their disposal. So that's my issue. That's my issue at this moment. You know, stop coming out with fluff. Give me something a little bit more, you know, tangible. You know, I need something tangible for Stam. That's how I'm saying it. Now, everything else looks good. I love the changes to PvE. I love some of the changes to PvP. Werewolf's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome in PvP. It's going to be awesome in open world. But until you give me a back bar, that's not... I'm not putting that in a dungeon. I got 2 abilities out of 5 abilities that have utility application. Let's get real here, man. Let's be practical. Can we at least be practical here? All right? You're bringing in new players and you tell them, oh, it's okay to go werewolf. Hey, I'm a player who's open to anything. I've done Nightblade healing. I did decay healing. I'm open to so many possibilities in the game. But at the same time, I'm practical, right? So I have to still do things with practicality. Can I do it? Can I do this? Yes. Can I run a werewolf in a dungeon? Yes. Is it effective in comparison? No. That's my issue. It's not the issue of being a werewolf in a dungeon. It's the practicality behind it. I don't have a back bar. I don't have an ultimate because I'm in ultimate. That's the issue. Okay? So Zoss, you have to think about that in the long sense of things. Not saying, hey, let's readjust some of these for longer durated effects for, you know, sustain, but then, you know, not increase, you know, the effectiveness towards proper rotation. Because without that, that's where the werewolf struggles. It's not, it's badass in PvP. It has everything you need for PvP. PvE, it doesn't. It just doesn't. Okay? You need a back bar. And if you're going to add, if you want it to be a dungeon, give it its back bar. Okay? That's my recommendation. You might hate it, but it's the truth. That's like hybrid building. Why don't we hybrid build PvE a lot? Because of the application. Because of the scaling system. Alright? Just plain and simple. Okay? There you have it. But most of it I like. I like the reduction of the CCs and the debuffs. I like some of the new sets. But, you know, Rune Prison needs adjusted. And they need to really fix Cyrodiil. We'll see. We'll see. Other than that, Battlegrounds is still the way to go. If you're going to be a PvPer. The new map's going to be badass. Not against everything. You know, I love this game. Love it. So, there it is. But if anybody has any questions or comments, just post below. Once again, my opinion. Everybody's entitled to it. So, there you guys have it. But, as always, thank you guys for watching, and have a nice day.